much old money, know it's noodle like pasta. Just might cut the dread short and go Mad Max off shotters. We ain't got a workout plan, but for that weight feds watch us.
You are now tuning in to a new episode of This Is For The Cool. But first off, what I would like y'all to do is hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. Today we're gonna talk about Westbrook to the Denver Nuggets. A lot of y'all gonna be like, I don't really like that, I don't want that to happen. Like, that might not mix well. In actuality, I like that move for Westbrook, He played more mature than he have in the past. He would come to a team knowing that it's not his, so he's not trying to force shots, he's not trying to outscore nobody, he's not trying to outball nobody. I think he will fall in where he fit in. I think he shines in Denver. I like Denver for Westbrook. I do. I keep hearing a lot of Brandon Ingram trade talk. One team being the most consistent on trading for him is Sacramento. In Sacramento, I don't think they can make their mind up. They trying to go out to Ingram. They trying to go out to Kuzma. They trying to go out to DeRozan. Like, are y'all trying to get all of them, or you just want to see which one of them you would get? Me being honest, I like all three of them. If they get any one of them, is a good move. Not gonna lie to you. A lot of people gonna talk down on Kuzma because he was with the Wizards and the Wizards didn't do nothing. But you see the role he played with the Lakers. He played a nice role with the Lakers. So if he played with on a team that can contend, I see him being above what people think of him. DeRozan, I feel like that would be their best bet out of all three because DeRozan is just like a scoring machine. Like, he comes out there, he can also play make for you because we all know nrfefunds is not a real point guard. He's really just a shooting guard that plays the point guard position, if that makes sense. But he'd rather score before passing the ball for real. So to have DeRozan out there would be nice because now you got DeRozan that can pass the ball and you got Sabonis that can pass the ball. Sabonis right now is their point guard, even though he's the power forward or the center. The ball still runs through him. He's playmaking. DeMar in that rotation, a win. That's a dub. I like that for them. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this name, Jarrett Allen. It's teams that can really use Jarrett Allen, and he hasn't re-signed with the Cavs yet. So I say teams like the Suns desperately need him. The Pelicans can use him since they didn't capitalize on keeping Valanciunas. Orlando can use him. And the Bucks, since the Bucks are in trade talks with the Lakers for Brook Lopez. Jarrett Allen, which team do I think he would be a best fit for? I think he would be a best fit for the Suns because they desperately need some type of defense and some type of rebounding over there. But I think I would really want to see him in Orlando for real. I love the young guys, man. The young guys, they balling, they doing what they need to do. Paolo, he doing his thing. I got my boy Jonathan Isaac over there. Franz Wagner just re-signed with them, I want to say a 5-year, 260-something million. No, 224 million. But it can come out to 269 million by the end of his contract. So, yeah, I think him being over there with those guys is a nice pickup. That'll be a nice pickup, I can see him doing his thing, I can see them winning off of just his defense and rebounding alone. Like, it will bring so much more to their game. They get to do what they need to do more. You get more second chance shots. Like, I feel like they live a little bit more about signing Jarrett Allen. The marketing sweepstakes. Who's going to end up with marketing? You got the Spurs chasing marketing. You got the Warriors chasing marketing. And you got, another team that we keep hearing about, Sacramento. Sacramento is really trying to make some moves. Sacramento is trying to get there. Like, Sacramento is trying to meet whoever in that finals. Because marketing is another name. Who do I think would be the best fit for marketing? I'm leaning towards the Spurs. I want to see the Spurs shine so bad. I want to see the Spurs shine so bad. I want to see them shine. Like, Pop is a great coach, and out of all of these teams I'm naming, the Spurs, they win on the coaching side. If you ask me, they win because Pop is just, you can never fail with Pop if you're in the playoff. Like, Pop is going to figure it out for you. And, you know, yeah, they picked up Chris Paul. You know, I don't think that that's their downside because we seen what Pop can do with old guards. Like, we seen what he can do with Ginobili. We seen what he do with Tony Parker. Like, we see what he do with older guards. Like, you know, he still does his thing. He still, the playmaking is still nice over there when he's dealing with older guards. Chris Paul, maybe you put Jeremy Sochan at the 2, at the 3. Maybe you put KJ back in the lineup. Oh, you know what? Devin Vassell as the 2, Sochan at the 3, at the 4 we do marketing, at the 5 Victor Wembanyama. I think that's a nice lineup. I think that's a nice lineup. Like, you know, I think they do their thing. I think everybody get nice numbers. That's in the starting 5. I feel like the defense would be there, the rebounding would be there. I feel like the scoring would be there. Playmaking. I see oops. I see a lot of oops. I see if they pick up marketing, if they was to pick up marketing, I see Chris Paul averaging 10 assists this season. I see it. I don't care what nobody say in the comments. I see Chris Paul getting his 10 assists because you got a knockdown shooter within marketing. You got a knockdown shooter as well within Victor Wembanyama, as well as oops. And you can also hoop the marketing as well, but they are very easy at throwing them to Victor. You got Sochan, you can hit on a cut. You got Vassell, Devin, you can hit on a cut. Or you can hit Devin in the corner, however you want it. Like, I see this being one of those years where people can be like, oh, maybe Chris Paul might. But the West is so stacked, I can't say that, you know, they will come out of the West. But I don't put it past them because guess what? Pop is their coach. You gotta give it to Pop, you know? Pop does his thing. And we don't know what he could possibly do for them right now. Like, he might put them in a position to where they there and we be looking like, man, never seen this one coming. Like, he did his thing with that one. I think in order for the Warriors to remain relevant, they would have to go after marketing. I feel like they would need to be the winners of that sweepstake because marketing would bring so much more to the floor for y'all. The system is already made for him. Y'all want it to be a shooting system. You have Steph Curry, you have Buddy Hield and Larry marketing. Just those 3 names alone, making that type of move, and you having those 3 players in that type of system, it's an automatic win. Dub Nation for a reason. I can see them getting a dub. Steph gonna be Steph. We know he can knock down, you know, heavily contested shots. You know, he can create his shot, as well as Buddy Hield and as well as Larry marketing. Draymond, you just need him for the defense. I think they just signed a rookie big. I think he's a 7-footer. Start him instead of Looney. Like, stop going small. Like, the small ball ain't always where it's at. Like, you know, you're gonna need a 7-foot out there. You're gonna need it. So, with a team like that, I can see we don't have to worry about Steph. Steph is gonna be Steph, but I can see Buddy Hield, if he can average like 18 and marketing can average a good 18 plus with him, that's going to be scary because we all know the rookies going to come through. Well, I can't say the rookies no more, but the younger guys are going to come through. Jonathan Kuminga, Brendan, they still got Wiggins. I don't see him being too much of a threat on offense, but he still can grab rebounds and play defense. They got a nice squad, man. Add marketing, I think that puts them up over the edge. That puts them back in the talks. I feel like the bottom seed teams, they're going to beat out one of those teams. They're going to beat out one of those teams, and one of those teams may just be the Lakers. I can see them beating out the Lakers because they elevated. The the Lakers didn't too much make no moves that got me like, oh man, they might be it. I mean, they got Bronny, you know, LeBron's son, but is you gonna let him get the ball enough to even beat him, to even show his talent, you know, showcase his talent? Or are you still running the ball up the court because you're trying to make sure you get your numbers? So we just gotta wait to see, you know. But I feel like if it come down to them fighting over an 8 seed, I gotta give it to the Warriors. The Warriors is gonna beat them out, like hands down. But I don't see the Warriors being that low if they pick up marketing. With them picking up marketing, I feel like this is a team that they haven't had in a while. You know, a team like this, like with a 7-footer that can shoot like that, you know, since KD. Then you get another shooter in at the guard that may just shoot better than Clay, you know, when given the opportunity. Because we got to remember, like, a lot of people just run off household names, but they will go out there and shoot that ball, like, without a doubt. And let's also be mindful that Buddy Hield is shooting at a good percentage. Like, if I'm not wrong, I want to say 40+% he's shooting it at, as well as Steph. So, you know, that looks very good. Then you got Lowry Markkanen that can shoot the ball as well. Like, with those three shooting the ball, how they can shoot the ball, and you got a 7-footer down there to get you that rebound for a second chance shot if needed, and somebody like Draymond that's willing to put his body, you know, on the line to get a rebound or to box out or whatever the case may be. That looks nice for y'all. Then y'all got a young squad that comes in and give y'all energy. Like, y'all can sit down and get y'all rest so you can come back in with enough energy to throw that ball up again, because we all know as a shooter, you're going to need your legs. That's one thing that we all should know. As a shooter, you're going to need your legs. So that's why we look at a lot of these offensive players like, oh man, he don't play defense. Well, some of them don't play defense because they're shooters. And if you tire yourself out, them shots not falling in the second half. Y'all ever wonder why a player go ghost in the second half? Because he playing both sides of the ball. Y'all judge PG a lot. He played both sides of that ball, so he don't have his legs up under him to shoot them shots no more like how he was in the first half of the game or whatever the case may be. But you know, I give him an A if they can go out and get marketing. I give that move an A. On top of y'all having Buddy Hield, I give y'all an A for this offseason moves. Letting Clay go, that was good. You know, Clay has passed his time with the Warriors. Does that mean Clay is washed now? As far as a Warrior, yes. But what he can do with the Mavericks is so much better. He can do so much more with the Mavericks just off the simple fact of he's in a new environment. You know, he knows his role. He know throwing up 4 fingers don't mean nothing over there. Like, what have you won with us? Like, win us a ring. You know, win one with us, and then we can sit back and fear your 4 rings and all of that. You know, you'll have 5 at that point. But he knows that this is a team that was made before he got there. So he would have to play his part versus a team that was made with him, you know? So I feel like that plays a part. That plays a big part if you ask me. So I think he do his thing, you know. Him and the Warriors turned out with an A. You know, they both do a good job in the next season. I say Clay gonna average a good. When you got Kyrie and Luka that's gonna mainly control that ball for real, they may only need 15 points from Clay. They may only need just 15 points per game from him, because Lively is about to be a brand new person. Lively can shoot threes, y'all. No, Lively can shoot threes, y'all. Like, he's not shooting bricks up there that's barely going in. He's shooting threes that's barely touching the rim. All net. Like, all net. Like, y'all gonna see next year if they allow him to shoot them. Y'all gonna see like, oh man, Lively is different. He played defense like crazy and he can shoot like this as a big. What's going on? Thanks for tuning into this new episode. Follow the instructions in the pic. See what I'm saying?